Picture an ancient human, thousands of years ago, stumbling around, red in the face, slurring, falling over a rock, no bar, no bottles, no idea what alcohol is, and yet, he's completely drunk. Here's the strange part. He didn't make that alcohol. Nature made it for him. And once humans have a taste, we never stop. We think of drinking as a modern thing, bars, parties, a cold beer after work. But humans were getting drunk long before any of that existed, long before farming, maybe even before we were fully human. By the end of this video, you'll know how ancient people first got drunk completely by accident, why our bodies were practically built for it, and the strange way one rotten fruit might have shaped who we are today. To understand this, forget everything about how alcohol is made today, because the first alcohol on Earth didn't need people at all. When fruit falls off a tree and sits on the ground, tiny living things called yeast land on it. They eat the sugar inside, and what they leave behind is alcohol. That's it. That's the whole recipe. Sugar, thyme, and yeast. So any animal that ate old fallen fruit was, without knowing it, eating alcohol, including our ancient ancestors. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most animals can't handle alcohol at all. It makes them sick almost instantly. But humans, we can drink quite a lot before it stops us. And scientists found out why. Millions of years ago, one of our ancestors got a tiny change in their body, a change that let them break down alcohol about 40 times faster than before. Suddenly, eating that fallen, slightly rotten fruit on the forest floor wasn't dangerous. It was food, free calories nobody else could safely eat. The animals that could stomach the boozy fruit survived a little better, and they passed that ability down, all the way to you. So before humans ever made a single drop of alcohol on purpose, our bodies were already built to handle it. But that raises a bigger question. When did we stop eating it by accident and start making it on purpose? For a long time, the story went like this. Humans learned to farm, grew lots of grain, had extra left over, and used it to brew beer. Drinking came after farming. Simple. Except the ground keeps telling us a different story. At an ancient site in Turkey, researchers found huge stone containers and traces of what looks like very old beer inside them. The catch? This place is older than farming, older than the first villages. People traveled there, gathered in large groups, and it looks like they were brewing drink before they had even settled down to grow food. Which flips the whole story. Some scientists now wonder if it wasn't bread that made us start farming. It might have been beer. That sounds almost silly. Why would a drink be important enough to change how humans live? But think about what alcohol does. It lowers your guard. It makes strangers feel like friends. It loosens people up. Now imagine the ancient world, small groups of humans who didn't trust outsiders, who could easily turn on each other. Sitting down and drinking together may have been one of the first ways large groups of strangers could relax, bond, and cooperate. Some researchers think shared drinking helped humans do something we're not naturally good at. Trust people we're not related to. And trust is the thing that lets you build a village, then a town, then everything after. So, here's the part that flips your whole idea of drinking. We usually treat it as a habit, a vice, something humans do for fun or to escape. But deep history suggests something strange. Our taste for alcohol might be one of the oldest things about us. Older than cities, older than writing, older than farming. It may have helped our ancestors survive lean times, fueled the first big gatherings, and even nudged us towards settling down and building the world we live in now. That buzz you feel? It's not new. It's ancient. You're feeling the exact same thing a human felt 100,000 years ago, sitting under a tree, biting into a fallen piece of fruit. Now, to be fair, this isn't the whole story. The same thing that helped our ancestors also caused them harm. Alcohol damaged bodies then just like it does now. For every gathering it brought together, it surely caused fights, accidents, and ruin. So the truth is mixed. Alcohol may have helped shape who we became, and hurt a lot of people along the way. Both things are true at the same time. It was never simple. It still isn't. So, did ancient humans get drunk? Almost certainly. Long before they understood what was happening, before they had a word for it, before they ever meant to. It started with a rotten piece of fruit and a body that just happened to handle it. And from that tiny accident came celebrations, rituals, villages, and maybe a piece of who we are.
So the next time you raise a glass, remember, you're taking part in one of the oldest human habits there is. You're just doing it with better lighting.